everybody, and welcome to The Guru and the Other Guy, sponsored by the Golden Triangle Academy. My name is Vinny. There's the other guy. We don't even know who the hell he is. But we are here. I want to thank everybody for coming to this podcast. We are here to give you no nonsense, no bull crap, real life, honest to goodness truth about real estate investing, building, contracts, everything that has to do with real estate investing. Me and this guy got almost 80 years combined in owning properties, building properties, doing contracts, buying and selling. Creative financing is our specialty. But everything that has to do with real estate investing, me and this guy have been involved in it for a long time. And we're here to help you because we call ourselves the Guru and the Other Guy, and that's just, we're making fun of the online gurus because the both of us hate them. The both of us know that they're full of malarkey, that they're scamming you, and we're going to expose them on this channel. Okay, so we're going to do a few things. Now, our podcasts are quick, but they're informative. And like I said, the two of us got almost 40 years combined between being builders. Both of us have built properties and built developments. Both of us have owned a lot of real estate. Both of us have been in this game a long time. So we are going to talk today about, I don't know, I'm going to leave it up to that guy right there.
How many times are you going to have to do this?
All right, that's it. We're done with the intro. So we're ready to go, Mr. Other Guy. Well, Mr. Guru, why don't you tell us what you would like to talk about? Now, for those who don't know, me and the Guru did a podcast yesterday, but I completely screwed it up. So everything that we talked about got messed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what we talked about yesterday, and here it is. This Guru over here, what he did was he got into a contract.
I'm
making fun of the gurus. We're making fun of the gurus, right? That's what they do in the podcast, right? They call each other gurus, the masters, the masterminds, the inner circles.
Oh, do they?
I don't know. I hate them all. All right. So we're going to talk about you for a second. And we're going to talk about,
me.
Well, not you specifically.
Invisible.
We're going to talk about the contract that you did, right? We're going to talk about your first installment sale, right? You're going to tell us all about your installment sale, how it came about, what happened, and give us all the good information. So I'm going to sit back and listen, and we're going to hear you tell us about an installment sale contract. So why don't you go ahead, Mr. Guru, Other Guy, and tell us all about it.
Students or do these people know?
A lot of my students know all about installment sale contracts. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Do they know how to write them?
They know how to, well, they kind of depend on me to write them. Yes, but a lot of them do know how to write them. But I'm not.
Have they ever written
No,
them?
I've written them for them. So they're not, I don't want to say that they're complete experts at writing contracts right now. I don't want to say that because that's not fair.
I'll say it. They aren't, but
all
that's
right.
me.
Go ahead. We're waiting on you.
Well, the first, I was introduced with installment sale contract for deed, probably 25 years ago or so. And so my partner, he was older, but he had this property and he wanted some money. He didn't want to sell it like outright conventionally. So he sold it. He proposed the price, $5,000 down. 5-year balloon.
No, I just want to ask you a question. How big was this? Just flat land? Was this a development? What was it?
No, it was a
condo. Okay, we just need to know what you're buying.
It was a condo.
We need to know. All right, so you're buying a condo. What was the sales price?
Then it was like 70.
All right, and 70,000 25 years ago was a lot of money.
Yeah, it was
all right, go ahead. So,
and 5 wasn't real serious, but 5
what's the 5?
Nice. So he
down payment.
That was
all right. So let me get it right. So he's selling it for 70,000. He wants $5,000 down, and he's going to do it on an installment sale. Do I got it right? Okay, go ahead. Take it from him.
5-year balloon. I think it was 5%
okay.
interest. PT.
Was it interest only? So no, it's fully amortizing.
No, it wasn't interest. I'll never do interest. Yeah, I know you.
I love it. I love it.
No, it wasn't.
All right, so for the folks, the difference between an interest only.
Well, first of all, interest.
I was just going to tell the folks the difference between the two. Fully amortizing means you're paying principal and interest and your loan balance goes down. Interest only, that's what that guy likes. This guy likes interest only, where I'm only paying interest, lower payment, but my balance never goes down.
Yeah,
you don't like
don't
that,
like
I do.
interest,
All right,
though.
all right, go ahead, tell us the rest of it.
So, I didn't know anything about installment sale contracts and
Okay.
deeds, and I was in the business for a while. That's why, realtors will never do an installment
Hey,
sale for
hey, Guru,
many
I'm going to
reasons.
tell you this right now. 99% of the realtors don't even know what an installment sale is, even though it's in the book to pass your test.
Well, it's in the book, but they only go because
They're check chasers.
they only go
because they're
over
check
it
chasers.
for like 10, 15
They're check
minutes
chasers.
in
They're
that
check chasers.
course. Yeah, well, but with the installment sale, technically, you don't get your commission
To the
until
end,
it
correct.
balloons.
Till the end. That's correct. Yep.
Right. So if it's a 2, 3, 5 year, that's why they don't
Right.
want it, because this is the deal with realtors. They come first. Before the seller, before
Absolutely.
the
They don't
buyer,
care about anybody but themselves.
their pay comes
Correct.
first. They
Right.
say it, thinking it, and their
No
actions
doubt
do.
about that. They're check chasers. They care. They don't care about the seller one bit. They care about their commission.
No, they don't.
That's it.
They don't.
Terrible.
No.
All right, so tell us the story.
It cracks me up. Well, why are you? Well, I just had to do. Why are you in real estate? Oh, I love people. What a bunch of bullshit. I love people. You love money, but that's besides the point.
Let me tell you this. They are check chasers. They chase checks. They all get in it maybe for the right reason, but what happens is they get a taste of money. They're doing deals. They get big fat commissions. Then that's what they think about, and they don't care about the seller. They care only about their commission.
I'll tell you
Check chasers.
briefly in my businesses outside of real estate. For the first time, I would say the last 7, 8 years,
Yeah.
truly, I put my clients first, my workers second, and the money
You have to.
follows. I think if realtors did that, they would find themselves getting more referrals. They would,
Yeah.
the world would open up to them.
I agree so
it's
much.
karma,
I agree so much. The problem is that they chase checks. I can tell you, listen, I know this isn't the podcast for this, but I can tell you stories about my students where, and me helping out some of my private students where we call them and they say, oh yeah, we talked to the seller and they said they don't want to do it. Well, guess what? They lose the listing. We call the seller says, I never got a proposal like that. I know installment sales. I bought and sold properties like that. What do you got in mind?
No, they're not.
The realtor won't do it because they don't know it.
I think
they don't know it. They don't know it.
I think if they get the commission at the initial signing, or a portion of it, or half of it, but that requires
some money out of pocket. Yep.
Buyer or the seller.
Right. No doubt. No doubt. Here, I can tell you.
And usually with an installment sale, the buyer doesn't put much
or
money
any.
up.
Let me tell you this one. Let me tell you this one. Let me tell you this one.
Because if it's a $200,000 property, 6%, that's $12,000. Who's
all right? Let me tell you this one. Ready for this one? Let me tell you this one. So I got a student, private student. He finds $1 million property. The guy was willing to do creative financing, seller financing. I call him up. I knew exactly what it was. It was a purchase money mortgage, 20% down, 5-year balloon. And I said, listen, he's giving his deed away, right? And anybody who he does that with, if they can sit there and they can squat. It was a 4-unit $1 million, okay? So I went over it with an installment sale. No money down, right? And we'll pay, instead of 5 years, we'll pay him off in 1 year, okay? Now, 1 year. Now, you know what the realtor said to me? When am I getting paid? I said, at the end in 1 year. He says, hell no. Sure. I said, I'll tell you what. I'll get my buy. Now, my student has money. He makes a lot of money, makes about $100,000 a year, but he's a saver. And he's probably got 50, 60, maybe $100,000 in the bank. Okay, young kid, 24 years old, right? Now, he says, I said, look, I'll get my guy to pay. Now, I always tell them, hey, we got a realtor that's with us. It's one of my other students. He's a realtor. So I said, look, what are you getting paid? 5. He says 5. I said, okay, 5%. So you're getting 2.5. I'll get my guy to pay you your 2.5% up front, right? I'll get your commission paid up front, right? And he says, okay, I'll talk to my guy about it. But that's what it took, Guru. It took me saying, I will pay you your 2.5% up front, your 25 grand up front for him to even present it. And that just tells you all you need to know about realtors.
And well, we can go down a rabbit hole, but if the deal goes sideways, then the seller blames.
Understood.
I think you disavoid realtors.
Yeah,
when it comes
I agree. There we go. Now here's something both of us agree on: avoid realtors at all costs because they're no good.
Well, not when it's the regular listing. If you want to. I don't know what you can do. It's very conventional.
Yes, it is. You're correct. It really is. It is.
It's a very conventional world. But that's all they know. That's how they learn, because most realtors are just working for the commission. They're not flipping properties. They're not developing. They're not building. It takes many years for a realtor to get some confidence and break out of that commission-only mold. It took me probably 5 years, and you're with the people who are going to teach you, or your program or what have you, and it takes years for a realtor to gain confidence. It really, or knowledge and experience. But anyway, back to this deal. It was $5,000 down, 5-year balloon. But this is the problem, and all your viewers and your students. He did not want me to record the installment sale.
Now, obviously, you were young at the time, but let me.
I was his partner. He was my partner. He was really, for a few years, he was my mentor. Right. But
so
soon I leapfrogged him.
So the first thing that everybody has to understand is that anytime you sign a contract, especially creative financing, whether it be an installment sale contract, aka I call it a contract for deed, he calls it an installment sale. It's the same thing. Whether you're doing an installment sale, purchase money mortgage, a lease purchase, whatever you're doing, you make sure you record the contract, because that protects your interest. Because if you don't, this is what's going to happen. Go ahead, Guru. Tell them what happened.
Oh, okay. So it was a 5-year balloon. So, 3 months before, we were talking about it for that remaining year, the 5th year. And so 3 months before, I said, I'm ready to cash you out. In fact, I didn't even need financing.
Hey, Guru, real quick. Before you continue, let's take one step back. I just want to lay out the deal to everybody. So this was a condo. It's 15, 20 years. It's 20 years ago. Your partner, he owned it. Your friend, your mentor, your guru, your partner. He owned it.
Yeah, he was getting
married, and he wanted $70,000 for the condo. He asked you for a $5,000 down payment on the $75,000.
And he said,
"But wait, hold on.
Hold on. He didn't have much equity. Hold on.
Let me just lay it out. So was it 70 or 70? I got you. Was it 70 or 75,000? Well, how much was it?
It was 73.
Okay, 73. I'll just call it 75,000. So $75,000 was the contract. Okay, you put $5,000 down. He wanted a 5-year balloon, which means at the end of 5 years, whatever was left on the balance when you paid it down, that was coming due, payable in full. Right now, he didn't have. Now you found out later, didn't have much equity, but go from the story of that.
He didn't have much
go to the story from there. So you put your $5,000 down.
Well,
go ahead.
Right. So I told him I'm going to cash you out, and he said, and we had deals going because we were building and developing land.
Okay.
And he said, can I extend it another year? Usually,
the buyer wants to extend it, right? So you went from 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
Did you put any more money down during those 5 years, or no?
No.
Okay, so no.
No. And I was gaining. Hey, listen, the property was
going up in value.
Happens. And then the seventh year, 3 months before, that's when all.
Well, hold on. Before you get there, I got questions. So don't. The question is, what did you do with the property? Were you living in it? Did you rent it? What did you do with the property?
I lived in it for two
Okay.
years, and then actually, my mother, she moved up to where I was. She retired, and she was in
Okay.
it, and I was in charge of
Okay.
rent because it had equity. I was doing well,
All
so
right.
it didn't.
So for the first
It
two
was
years you
fine.
lived in it, then you put your mother in it.
I lived
Okay,
in, yeah,
gotcha. Okay. Oh, I didn't know if you
yeah,
rented it out. All
because
right.
then I got because then
All
I
right.
got
We didn't know if
married.
you wanted rent.
So
We didn't know if you rented it and used it for cash flow, whatever. All
yeah,
right. So now 5 years
so
comes along. He wants you to extend it.
and 3 months before, my mother bought a place in the same complex.
Okay.
So she was moving out, and I wanted to cash out, probably put another renter in there,
Okay.
or cash out myself. But this is the problem: when you don't record something, he leveraged the
Right.
place with
Loans.
a
Yeah. He
private
went and got a
loan.
bunch of loans.
I had 45,000. Now I only invested five. I had 45,000 worth of
Right.
equity.
Right.
He ate up all my
Damn.
equity with a
Yep.
private loan.
That's why
And
you got to
that
record
was
it.
seven
Well,
years,
explain. I want you to explain. I want you to explain why you have to record it. Why do you got to record it?
Well, you
Explain.
have
No,
to
I know, but
record it
explain
because
why.
it prevents anybody putting a loan against
Exactly
the
right.
property. You're in equitable
That's exactly
position.
right.
I would have been in second position behind the
That's
first
exactly right.
mortgage. You always want to be in
Right.
second. Never go third. Never got it. You got to be in
Right.
second.
Right. So what? And
To
what?
be. If you go in third, you
Nothing.
have
You all right?
nothing.
So
You
what? So
know.
what? So basically, what he's saying is this: the seller had a mortgage that was already in place. Okay. Now, what the guru should have done is recorded that mortgage behind the first mortgage. So anybody else who put a lien on it was behind his. Okay. And there was enough equity in there
Right.
where he could have bought him out. And well, not really, because if he put a third and a fourth, how was he going to give you clear title anyway? He wouldn't have been able to
No.
give you clear
No.
title.
Well, see, because we were partners, so he took advantage of the
Absolutely, he
situation.
did.
If this was a normal
Yep.
transaction, I would have recorded
Yes.
it. I would have called, yeah, I would have cashed them
Yep.
out, and there would be no
Right.
problem. But since we had a relationship, he took
Right.
advantage of it,
Right.
and that's what
Right.
happened. And installment sales are so easy,
Right.
man. You can put, I'll tell you, and in this market, nothing's
Right.
moving, and sellers are up for it. They will be up for it because they're getting, give them a nice interest. If long as the margins are there, if you put somebody in there to rent, as long as things, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter the interest rate. It's what the payment is,
I
what
no, I
your
agree with
rent
that.
is,
I
because
I
at
agree
some
with
point
that.
you're going to
I
cash
agree
them
with that.
out. So it
I
doesn't
agree with
matter.
that.
Don't get hung up on an
I agree
interest
with that.
rate. Do not.
I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that. But the problem is, now
Yeah.
let me ask you this, right? Let's just say, answer me this. Let's say that you recorded your installment sale
Hmm.
contract.
Right.
Okay. He
Hmm.
went and got a private loan anyway. And if that guy didn't pull title, right, he would have put a lien against it anyway.
Well, no, he did have a lien. That was the thing. He had the lien. The private loan got a lien.
I understand that, right? I understand. I understand.
Hmm.
I get that. But what I'm saying is,
And ironically, the guy who did it was a partner of ours in the development. Like it was,
oh, the guy who got
he never
the guy
told.
who got into the second. How much was it?
Yeah.
Can you tell us how much it was?
Oh, it was 75
Oh my
thousand.
God.
He took him too.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Well, he didn't take. He got his 40 some $1,000 out. Yeah, so we both lost
Oh
about
my God.
more or less the same amount of
What
money.
happened to what happened to the
And
condo?
this is, who this is. This is the guy down in
Oh,
Florida who hated realtors. Now he's a realtor, but he's in his
oh
70s
my
now,
God.
and he's, I can't believe he hasn't died because he was
What
really
I want to know
big
is
and overweight.
so 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 the guy, the first guy, or this.
Oh, guess what I did? Guess
Yeah,
what I,
go
you'll
ahead.
love this, right? So the partnership kind of broke up, and there was a lot of money owed me. So I go down to the house that we
Right,
built, and I put a business card, a note. It was either a business card or a note. And I said, I want, I want my
Right.
money. That's all it
Okay.
said. You know, I get a knock on the door
But I got a
two
question.
days
What money
later.
are you saying you want?
Wait a minute. Let me
Oh,
finish this. I got a knock on the door 2 days later.
who
Guess
is
who
it?
it is? The state
Really?
trooper. Yeah, he said he was nice. He said, "Listen, just go through the courts." He claimed it was
I
intimidation.
don't know what happened. Wait a second.
I felt like
Hold on.
I felt like saying
I
I should
I'm
have had a
confused. Wait a
baseball
minute.
bat
I'm
left
confused.
there.
I'm confused.
Right.
You saw. All
Why are you
right. Listen.
confused?
All right.
Well, that's
No, no, no.
nothing new.
I'm not confused, but I know some of the people are confused. Okay. So just answer this question. You sign an installment sale. You're buying a condo for $75,000. You put
Right, and this
I
is
got
just
you.
a little bit
You
of our
put
business,
five
by the
thousand
way.
dollars
It's not
down. You put
like
$5,000 down. Right. You're making
right,
payments for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. 7 years. I
7 years.
get all
Yeah.
that.
Oh, and guess what? This is
Go
another
ahead.
thing. We had an HOA.
Right. Which he didn't pay.
I was paying him on the HOA.
Okay.
He wasn't paying the HOA.
Okay. Okay. Here.
And I finally found that out in the fourth year. So I called him on it, and he had to write a check. And then I started paying the HOA direct.
All right. Here.
So you got to be careful. If you have an HOA or shit like that, you really should pay it direct. Make sure your checks are going there so you have all
All right.
recorded.
Here's okay. Here's what I'm trying. Here's what I'm trying to ask you. You pay this thing for 7 years. The value, okay.
Right.
The value obviously goes up.
It's
All right,
over.
Just
It's over.
can
I
I
didn't
ask my
have a-
question?
I didn't have
Can
a
I ask my
reason to.
question?
Well,
Can I
it's over.
ask my
The
question?
discussion's over.
Can I get to my?
Go
Can I
ahead.
get to my question? I want to get to my question. Okay,
Get to
you
your-
put
get to
$5,000 down. You make your monthly payments.
Yeah.
Year 7 rolls around.
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah.
go to. You're trying to go to closing. He can't because there's other liens against the house. He can't give you. Okay.
Correct.
He can't give you free and clear title. Right.
Title,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no.
What I'm saying is, you go and you put a note.
What's your question?
You put a note on the door. I want my money. What money do you want? What money?
$45,000.
All right, so you're talking about the equity.
In the
So you're
property.
talking. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. Plus other money.
You're
but it
talking
was
about the
45
equity
versus-
because you think the value of
Yeah.
the house went up to 110,000.
I didn't think. I knew
Okay,
it.
that's what I'm asking.
I knew where.
So
it was.
what I'm saying.
I didn't
Okay.
think it.
So what I'm saying is,
Christ, I got an appraisal.
I get that. I understand.
In case I was going to finance it, even though I knew the value, I didn't. Need
What
an
I'm trying to
appraisal,
say is,
but I
I'm
got it.
trying to let the.
Associate mine gave it to me at discount.
I'm just trying so that the people follow the story.
I think the people can follow me. I think they
They
can
want
follow
to
me,
know
Anton.
you.
I
They
think
want to
can.
know you. You leave a note. I want my money. Okay. All right. So,
Yeah.
all
Well,
right.
they know. I want my money for the 45,000. Yeah.
Did you try and
And
go
I
and
thought,
refinance? How did it come about?
I'm gonna refinance
That's
it.
what
There's
I'm
no
asking
equity there
you.
for
Did
me.
you go and?
What do you mean?
I'm asking you. Did you go pull title? When you refinance, you pull title.
I wasn't refinance.
I'm
I
asking.
knew it.
How did you know?
I had a search on it.
When did you do the
Listen, I was a
search?
partnership. Timeout. I was a partner in a title company.
Okay.
So I knew it.
So how could you be a partner in a title company and not get title insurance when you first did this contract?
Get a title insurance. I wasn't going to.
Why didn't you at least pull title in the first place?
The problem was I didn't record.
I understand.
the
So here,
installment
okay, you didn't.
sale. It had nothing to do. Once you record an
I
installment sale,
understand.
you're going to see who is exactly
I know
in
that.
your first
I know
position
that.
or
You
second
should have pulled title first.
No.
What if he had? Okay.
I
Oh my
knew
God!
what
See, this
he
is
owed.
why he's
I
dumb.
knew what-
This is why
wait
he's
a minute.
dumb.
Wait a
You're going
minute.
to tell
I knew
me you
what
would
he
never
owed 'cause
pull
I had
title up front?
I knew what he owed. I had the proof what he owed. I had title, and we did a
So
search.
you did a
on it.
search, like I'm saying, do a search. You
I-
said no.
I told you he had very little equity. in the
Okay, so
beginning
you
of
knew
this
he had
conversation.
no equty.
Let the story
Oh,
flow
man.
and then be a. then do a Mike
Okay.
Wallace and
All
ask
right. Go ahead.
questions.
Go ahead. Let the
You
story.
interrupt
All
the
right. I'm
flow of
going
the
to.
story.
All
The
right.
story's
I'm going to sit
over.
back and listen. Okay. Well, I'm trying to understand the story.
I lost the
Okay.
money.
So, okay. You,
Very simple. He leveraged the
up to how
property.
much?
He
How
asked
much
me
did he
not to
leverage it
put
up
a
to?
75,000. How much? Are you with me? Are you with this
I'm with
story?
this
Because I told you,
story. Okay.
75,000. Okay.
Question number one. Here's question.
I'm going
Here's
over this
question
again.
number
I
one.
think I'm
How much
repeating
was the
myself.
first lien? How much was the first lien? The first lien.
It was about, well, after I paid go up about
Okay.
68,000.
So he.
He got
Okay. Okay.
5,000. He only had
Okay.
about
He
five or
maxed
six
it. He had
thousand
it
worth of
maxed out when he
equity,
sold it to you.
and
I
he
got you.
got
Okay.
right. And the 5,000, he
Gotcha.
needed it probably
Understood.
for
Okay.
his wedding.
The
Or
other
whatever.
guy that he snookered, the private guy that he got a private loan
Right.
for and used that property as collateral. How much
And
was
and the
that?
guy got
How
some
much
money.
was that?
75,000.
So
You're
that
repeating
so
myself.
that guy gave him 70.
But it doesn't matter. I don't care about that.
I want to know how much it
I
was.
lost 45,000.
So that other guy gave him.
It had nothing. It's irrelevant because I didn't
I
have a position.
I
I
know
didn't have a
you
lien
did.
position.
How much did the other
It could
guy
have
give
been
him? How much did the other
200,000.
guy give him? 5,000? 10,000?
What? No, he had it. He had it leveraged for 75. He gave him a loan.
Okay, for 75. So he had
75,000.
70. So 140,000. He leveraged it up to 140,000 between
Yeah.
the two loans. 140,000.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my question. Did you ever go to the guy who was in the second, who should have been in the third, right?
Yeah. Of course
Okay,
I
what did he say? He wouldn't remove the lien.
F you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing
Okay.
anything.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's he going to say?
No, I was
Yeah. Okay. Here.
I was
take
just
it.
asking if you talked to him. That's all.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that was it. It's if the moral of the story.
You got to
here
record it.
is you have to record it, and and the seller has to do due diligence. They
Can
both
I
have
ask a
to do
question?
due
I got
diligence.
another question. The guy who gave him another 75,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did that guy lend him that much money? If he pulled title, he would have saw that. No,
we
no, I'm saying,
were
listen.
we were
I know.
partners.
Just listen to me.
We,
Listen to my
in other
question before you
projects,
start.
and they had a side.
Oh my God!
But it
Can
has
I
nothing to
ask
do
the
with
simple
this
question, please? Let me.
But it has
It
nothing
does.
to do with it.
If the guy,
No, it
listen,
doesn't.
if there's no equity, okay.
Zero.
Let me ask you a question.
For my story,
God.
my story ends at
Oh my
45,000.
God! Can I ask the question?
There was a lien
Can I
against
ask
it.
the question, please?
Doesn't matter. He
Oh
was
my God! Can I ask a question? If the fucking guy pulled the title, the other guy, he would have saw there was already $70,000 leaned against it, and he would have said, "Why am I giving you 75,000? You owe seven."
No, it was worth. It was worth. No, it was worth 45 to 50,000
Still,
more.
he still would have been underwater.
They were. It doesn't matter. They were business associates. So maybe he gave them a little bit of breathing room. It doesn't matter. He didn't. He got money out of it. He got
So the
money
moral
out of it. And
is
for all I know, he could have held on to it. Wait a minute. He could have held on to it for a few more years, rented it out, because you have to understand, equity was
I understand
climbing
that,
in those
right?
years. So in 2 years, it could have been worth another 30 grand, and he got his money out and he rented it out, so everything was fine. I think that's
Why
what he
didn't
did. 'Cause he
okay?
was,
In the
you
work,
know,
why didn't you put any liens on it yourself? Even though you would have been in the third
because
lien.
he asked me as
I
his
understand.
partner not
Stop.
to
I
do it.
understand up front. You still had
Well, there's the answer.
You're not listening again. You still had a valid contract in your hand. After I found this out, listen to
So?
me. After I found this out, I would have recorded my contract, even though I'm in the third lien position. That means he can't fucking sell it ever.
I get it, but I never
I
did it. We were
understand.
partners, and he asked
I
me
know
not
that.
to do it. There is a point when you deal in business with anybody. If they're going in the very beginning and they're dishonest, then you're screwed. And if you're an honest person and you want to, go with the flow with them. I was a young guy. There was my first
Okay,
installment sale, and I did many
I
more
understand.
after that
Why?
too in the
Why
pursuing
not? Why
years.
not go record it? Even being in the third.
Well, you're going back so many years.
I'm
But
just
yeah, why
asking.
not?
Did you think
If
about that?
Christ, if I could go back in time, I'd
I
be
know. I'm just.
playing the
I'm
stock
just
market.
asking you. Did you think it? Did you ever think about going and recording it? Because then
No, he asked me
I
not
understand.
to.
No, not in the beginning, when it all blew up. Because then they can never sell it until you get paid as well.
The guy had the lien
You're
against
not
me
understanding.
in second
Okay.
position. I would not get paid in three or
But
four
they
positions.
can't sell it
It would not
either.
happen.
They can't sell it either.
Oh,
They wouldn't be able to sell it.
yeah, that's what you say.
How are they going to sell it? You
They
got to
would
lien.
sell
They
it.
got to give you free and clear title.
No, they don't. Not for a third or
Yes, they
fourth
do.
position.
How are they clearing the
No.
title?
I didn't have title
You don't
insurance.
need title insurance. If you were to go and recorded that lien, right? Just hear me out.
After
Yeah.
the fact?
Yes,
After the
just
fact?
listen to me.
No.
Just listen to me. You've got a signed value. Just
Totally
listen to me,
disagree
please.
with you.
Oh
First
my
of all,
God.
you have like a few minutes
All right,
left.
okay,
on
just
this
listen to me.
podcast. That's for
all right.
another discussion, but I
All right,
totally
but
disagree.
you got a valid signed agreement of sale, an installment sale, okay? Even after you found out the other guy put a lien on it in the second position. The other guy's in the second, okay?
You're talking about a lot of litigation.
No, you're not.
You're
He
talking
can't.
about legal.
No,
Yes,
no.
you
You
are.
put a
Yes,
lien
you
on the
are.
property. You record that thing.
Oh, you're saying clouding
Yes,
the
they
title?
can't
The
sell
title
it.
insurance will
They
take care of
listen.
it. No. What are they going to give me?
You don't have to
$5,000
settle.
maybe?
You don't
And,
have to settle.
oh, that's not
Yes, it
true.
is.
That's not true. No, it's not. I totally disagree with you.
All right, we're
Totally.
going to find out that answer. We're going to find that. We'll find that out. We'll find that out. So whatever happened to the property?
Because you're going to,
All right, what
this
happened
is the
to the
problem.
property?
You're going to incur a lot of
All right,
legal
what happened to
fees.
the property?
That's the
What happened to the
problem.
property? What happened to the property?
Actually, the person in the second position dumped it.
Right? Did he lose or make money?
Eventually. Well, if he held on, like I said to you, if he held on to it for a few years and rented
Right.
it out, he probably, at some point, he would have gained
Right.
equity. Because properties were gaining maybe a property like that every year, you're looking at 6,000 to
Right.
10,000.
Right.
So if he held it for
Right.
3
He got
years,
his money. He
he
got
got
his
his
money.
money out, and he got
And
the
you got
rental
you
on
wound
it.
up
Yeah.
getting not completely zero. Right.
Nothing. I got a state trooper
Right.
on my door.
Right.
That's what
Right. So
I got an I got
yeah.
an I got
Yeah.
an
So
FTO.
you
That's
have
what I
to.
got. But that's just the tip of the
No,
iceberg.
no.
of this
We're gonna get to
stuff.
more
See,
stories. No, we'll
it
get to more
goes-
stories.
And you know, 45,000 for me.
It was a lot of
and
money.
I'm not saying
That's a lot of money
it was a
now.
lot, but I could absorb
Right.
it.
It's still a lot of money now.
I
But the
could
point
absorb
is that don't ever trust somebody. Business is business.
No, you always have to
You all
report.
yes.
Even if it's
yes,
just mother,
yes.
you
Business is
report.
business and friends are friends. You always have to go and record it. You paid a valuable lesson to learn that lesson. And that sucks.
Right.
But
But I'll
You
tell
never
you
not
one thing,
recorded
and
another
I will tell
contract,
right
did you?
Now, I will tell you now. I don't know how many installment sales are done in this
Right.
country. I'm venture to guess 75% do not record
oh my God,
the
that's
instrument,
terrible.
what they call a contract.
That's terrible.
I'll bet you they're not.
That's horrible. If they're not, they're horrible. What about you could
Because everybody goes, oh, the due on sale clause.
that nobody called. Well, that's
calls
but
if the
the
payments
deed's
are
not
being
being
made,
transferred.
if payments are
That's
being made, nobody.
We're in a
the
totally
banks
different. That's a
never
totally
care.
different story for another day. We're not going to argue about that
Yeah.
today. We're not going to argue about that today.
Due on
We're not
sale
going to talk
clause.
about that today. We're not talking about that today.
All right, you got to clean this up. I hope everybody could follow your.
Oh my God!
interruptions.
I just wanted to
I
ask a
appreciate,
question. I'm trying to let people follow your story, right? Because you bounce around. All right. So the moral of the story is very simple.
Can't believe
The
this
moral
guy-
of the story is very simple. Every time you sign a contract, when you're doing creative financing or any type of financing, get the contract recorded. Record the contracts.
and run the title.
Yes,
with the title
absolutely. at a bare bones minimum, do a title search. But do we agree, or maybe we don't agree? Title insurance. I say get title insurance.
Well, until you buy.
Okay, but a title search at a
you're gonna
minimum.
settle.
Title search.
But you got to do it.
At a minimum, do a search. At least you did a search.
No,
$100. $100.
Yeah, it doesn't cost
Not a lot.
that much.
We both agree.
So we'll do this.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. All right. Yeah, I hope you got another good story for us.
And somebody suggest something.
That's fine. We'll get. Yeah, we will. We'll get a suggestion. We will do that. I just want to thank.
Yeah, there's a lot of wisdom here.
Well, I know. I'm full of it. So I'm full of wisdom. So I just want to thank everybody for coming, right? And thank our one and only sponsor, the Golden Triangle Academy, right? The school for real estate investors.
We're looking for more.
Right, we're looking for more sponsors.
Eventually, when we get
when we get them up there, we will. But I want to thank the Golden Triangle Academy School for Real Estate Investors. Anybody who wants to learn about real estate investing for only $59, there's your place to go. All you got to do is text the word Golden, GOLDEN, to the number 21,000, and it'll give you all the information that you need.
It's too cheap.
And it's way too cheap. Of course it is. It's way too cheap. All right, Guru, and the other.
Can't buy.
No, I agree. I agree. Okay. All right, listen. I'm looking forward to our next podcast. Enjoy it down there at the beach. All right, you got it. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.